Hello, welcome to the Real Internet Come Forth YouTube channel. My name is Antonette Smith and I am your author. Remember to get your books, get your books, get your books, people. They are on sale, y'all. The Real Internet Come Forth book series is on sale and the Behind the Scene book series are on sale. Barnes & Noble, Amazon, Google, Apple iTunes, Walmart.com, Books A Million, Indigo, Kobo, Tails have picked them up. They come in paperback and digital version. Okay, remember each book comes with its own loyalty card. The Real Internet Come Forth book series comes with its own loyalty card. If you buy the first 3 books, I will give you the 4th book for free. The Behind the Scene book series comes with its own loyalty card. It's 5 separate books. You buy the first 4 books, I will give you the 5th book for free. Each book comes with its own bookmark. Send me proof that you have purchased these books and I will get your bookmarks and your loyalty cards to you. And once you have completed getting the series, I will send your free book to you. This is the free book for the Real Internet Come Forth book series. This is volume 7, 8, and 9. This is 3 books in one. This will be your free book, okay? And also remember, my new book release, My Jesus Experience, Our Journey. It is also available on all of these platforms I just named, and it also comes with its own bookmark. Okay, so send me proof that you have purchased any of these books, and I will get your bookmarks to you. Thank you for your continued support. I do have a couple of questions, so I think we're going to do the questions first, and then I'll do the reading last. Okay, so the first question, this question is coming from volumes 1 through 3 of the Real Internet Come Forth book series. Excuse me. The first question, this is from Mississippi, and they said, where were you born and raised? Hello, Mississippi. I was born in Kankakee, Illinois, and I was raised in the village of Pembroke, which is like 20 miles south of Kankakee, Illinois, and 70 miles south of Chicago. So there's where I was born and raised, okay? Question number 2, it is also from Mississippi. And they said, when you were in daycare and those guys were having you perform oral sex, did they ever use penetration with you then? Okay, so this question is referring to volume 1 of the Real Internet Come Forth. My first book is volume 1, 2, and 3. The first book is titled The Darkness Begins, and it's about molestation. So this is where this question is coming from. When I was molested at the daycare center, no, they did not penetrate me. They just made me perform oral sex on them. So I was not penetrated at that time. Hope I have answered your question, Mississippi. Okay. We have another question, and it is from Illinois. Hello, Illinois. And they said, how did you feel about your mother shooting your husband? And how do you feel about the prison time she did? Excuse me. And did you ever discuss it? And how much time did it take you to heal from it all? Okay, let me... Okay, I'm going to read the question again. It said, how do you feel about your mother shooting your husband? Excuse me. And how do you feel about the prison time she did? Did you ever discuss it? And how much time did it take you to heal from it all? Okay, this question is coming from the Real Internet Come Forth volume number 4 book, which is titled The Addict, Drug and Sex Addiction. So this is where this question is coming from. It's coming from Illinois. Okay. How did I feel about my mother shooting my husband? I was very, 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 very upset that my mother tried to take matters into her own hand by trying to kill my children's father. I was very, very upset. I was very, very upset because 2 years prior to her shooting him, she had already tried to shoot him. And I thought, we had squashed the matter and that I would, make my own decisions. But clearly, She still had a mind of her own. So I was very, very upset. It caused more tension with my mother and I. How did I feel about her doing prison time? I was very devastated that my mother had to go to prison. My lawyer came on my job and told me um, that she had taken the time. They offered her 10 years in prison. She served 3.5 years. Um, I only went to visit her twice. Um, it was very heartbreaking because I felt like she put herself above all of us. Um, she didn't think about the consequences that she was killing my children's father. At the time I had 3 children by this man. She didn't think about how it would affect me, you know. Um, we did discuss it years later. And I told her I was very, very upset about her decision. Um, and she just was like, she did it as an act of love on her part. She was trying to protect me because he was physically abusing me. Um, and I couldn't get over the fact that you tried to take somebody that I love, and then what about my children's father? What about my children's father? You taking their father away from them. But after the dust had settled and after years had went by, my husband and my mother, they did make up because I didn't leave him. I left him for a short time and we got back together. We got back together and had another child. So my mother and my husband still became very cordial. They had to realize that I am between both of their relationships. I'm not going to end a relationship with my mother. I'm not going to end a relationship with my children's father. And so we became, very cordial. We would have, get together. My mama come to our house. It was like nothing ever happened. Um, she said that she just thanked God every day that she didn't kill him because she really didn't think through how would it affect my children. Like she was really, taking her anger out on her action. She didn't really think it through. So she said she just thanked God that he wasn't killed. So she apologized. We accepted the apology. We moved on from it. It took me a very long time to heal from it because I already had a strange relationship with my mother. I already felt like that she didn't want me to be happy. And so for her to, try to kill somebody that I love, even if she said she was trying to protect me, it was very hurtful. It was very painful. And it took me a long time to get over it. As I began to get older, because I was 18 when this happened. Okay. As I began to get older and me and my mother relationship improved over time. Um, and then I realized that it wasn't anything on my part. It was just how she was. She didn't have, like, she, it wasn't that she didn't only just not like my husband. She didn't like my brother wives. So she didn't think anyone was good enough for her children. So that was her own thing she had going on. And I began to understand that as I got older and see that the love that she did have for me, that she was trying to protect me and get me out of a bad situation that her herself had been in, you know. So seeing her child react and live part of the life that she had previously lived unknowingly. She was trying to save me from going through the life that she had. So I forgave her. We forgave her. My children got over it. We sat down and talked to them and they was shocked, like how can Granny, do this or do that? And they didn't view her like that. So, but it took some years. It took some years. It took a lot of years. Okay. Hope I have answered your question, Illinois. So we are in the Real Internet Come Forth. Value number 7. This is the final book of this series, y'all. This is the final reading that we're going to do from value number 7. And then we're moving along to value number 8. So I'm going to read from chapter 10. And it is titled Spirit of Pride Broken. And this is December and January of 2011. And it reads as follows. It looks like I am in full obedience to all God is requiring of me, doesn't it? I have agreed to give up my career and return to a job. Excuse me. I have begun to train the new caregiver to take my place with family, praying for her a car to get to work. I took her to sign up with the company, giving her weekly reports of the case and keeping close in contact with her. I have given up one of my cars. I am still using my small car to travel to work to save money. I have moved out of my dream house into a duplex apartment. I have settled into my new cozy apartment, my children and I. I have hired a babysitter for the remaining of this year to care for my children in their own home while I work. The children have settled into their new schools and classes. We are adjusting to the new church and people. I am attending morning and evening prayer week the weeks I'm home. I attend morning manna and Bible study with my children at school the weeks I'm home. I only do weekends. I only do week on and week off. No overtime or change to my schedule. It appears that I'm obeying God fully and wholeheartedly. But remember, He searches the heart and knows your mind and knows our minds. Jeremiah 17:10 says, "And the Lord searched the heart and tried the rhymes, even to giving to every man according to his ways and according to the fruit of his doing." I wasn't completely obeying because I was complaining and murmuring in my heart. I left my job in Louisiana as scheduled. I trained the new caregivers, both of them, to care for my special elderly couple. It was heartbreaking for all of us, but they understood why I was leaving. Nevertheless, we were all still very distraught. I told them to call me if they needed me and the caregivers too. And they did. I made several trips down for birthdays, visits, the children and I. I was very upset and confused because the hiring manager and that hired me at McDonald's had quit her job. So I talked to the old store manager and told her what was supposed to happen. And she said, "Well, the orientation isn't until after New Year's." I said, "What? I'm without a job?" She said, "What shift were you supposed to work?" I said, "Overnight." She said, "Well, I can put you down for orientation for the first week of January." I said, "Thanks." I went to Bible study that night and I was very upset because I didn't have a job, nor did I know what God had planned for me. My son was still in jail, and to make matters worse, my two older daughters and mother were very upset with me because I refused to go visit my son in jail or bond him out. Excuse me. They blamed my behavior on the new church. I am the kind of person who likes to plan everything out, keeping a schedule and a routine, know what's going on. Well, God had messed all of that up for me, and I was very pissed off. So my pastor was preaching on the subject pertaining to things God's way and how we fight him, how we make this difficult for not being yielding. I responded and said, "People asking me what I'm going to do when I leave my good job. Where will I work? Where did I move? Why did I move? Why my children don't talk to me? Why I won't bond my son out of jail? And I know that he's innocent." I told them that I don't know what I'm going to do, where I will work, and no, I'm not going to take my children to visit at jail, and I'm not going either. He cares more about his friends than family. Let them go visit. If my family doesn't want to talk to me, then good for them, because I'm tired of chasing everyone. I'm tired of catching everyone else's falls, and I'm at a loss myself. So I don't have a clue what God expects or wants from me. I don't have anything left to give. The people at the church just looked at me. Wow, she's really upset and going through something. I don't know what they thought. Neither did I care, because I don't want to be here either. It was it was very Wait a minute. It was every week that the Lord was telling me to give up this, change that, go here, go there, and I was sick of it. He only never, he would never give me a solid plan or a set of instructions. It was like living life day to day and minute to minute in the unknown, in the dark, because I didn't see anything, nor did I feel any comforting. He was stripping me naked in my ways, in my mind, could not conceive them. After I finished venting at church, my pastor said, well, the Lord says, since you doesn't know what he is expecting of you and you just got to know what's going on, you will meet two women today. One will be sick and you will pray for her. And the other one will need your help. And you're not just returning to McDonald's to flip burgers, but God will be with you, and you are going there for more than a job. He started back preaching. So I am going to leave that chapter right there. You will have to get the book and finish the story to see how did I adjust, y'all. So remember, until we meet again, God gets the glory and I tell the story. Goodbye.